On this episode, we talk about what, Steve?
That's right, Scott. On this week's episode, we do talk about stuff. What do we talk about?
I didn't say stuff. I said what? We talk about what? What's
We
a
do talk about
four-letter
what?
word starting with W, ending in T? It's what?
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 What else do we talk about besides what?
What do we always talk about, Steve? Almost every show, we end up talking about it.
Sex.
That is not true, although that would be good subject matter, but it's food. We know that we always talk
Well,
about
because we can't talk about
food.
politics, so we have to talk about sex.
Yes. Which
Let's
is
talk
kind of
about
like
sex,
politics.
baby.
Somebody's getting screwed.
Yep. See, now you're talking politics. But we don't talk politics this show.
Yeah.
There was
Yay.
no politics. This was a political free show.
It was awesome, too.
Whatever. You're just weird.
It's okay. But just thinks I'm also nuts.
This was the Scott quiz show. I quizzed Scott on a lot of stuff this show.
Passed with an A+.
Yep. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. This is a show being hosted by a robot and a moron. So sit back and tell everybody you watched a show hosted by a robot and a moron. I'm the robot. I'm Steve.
I'm the robot. I'm Scott. And this is a tale about bad life decisions that led to a YouTube show, a podcast, and a human pretending to be a robot.
Yeah, that would be the moron. So stick around.
Yes, like glue.
And go down to subscribe.
Because I'm stuck on you down here.
Subscribe. It's free.
Yeah, he
share.
missed the whole spiel about, before we talk about the stuff behind us, then I'm supposed to cut it. But
Share, it's free.
anyway.
I didn't miss that yet. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm going there. We're going to talk about what we noticed is going on in the world today.
No,
now
Aaron.
you do that. Now you say yours.
Yeah, say. But before we
Say
go
it
and
again.
talk about that stuff, you have to
Do
go
it
down
again.
there, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Get it stuck in your head.
Yeah, please.
It could be an earworm.
But you would like something stuck in you instead of it all running out. Scott had a problem this week.
Problemo, man. It's a
Scott is-
problemo.
Scott is leaking.
Leaking. I'm
He's never
leaking
heard
like
of
a
Imodium.
Steve.
4
So
days. and
anyway,
you've taken
Steve.
Imodium.
Did you try to eat those birdies?
All right. That is a
Or they're
casino.
blank. So they're plastic.
Oh, they're real.
Yes.
What casino?
It is the flamingo.
Yeah, very good. The flamingos are out. And
I
the pool's
remember
open.
one of our vacations, they had flamingos in the courtyard. They weren't tied down or anything. They could leave if they wanted to, but they loved it so much they stayed there and they're not afraid of people.
Flamingos don't leave. They're not tied down either. They
Yeah.
can fly out of there. They know where their food is. They're not
Sure.
going anywhere.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure every once in a while they take off looking around and stuff like that. They just come back.
I don't think their wings are clipped. I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
could be.
didn't ask
but,
that
yeah.
question. I should have asked that question.
Me neither.
So we
Yeah,
went
but
to
then
see,
they might have looked at you. What are those environmentalist people? Weirdos.
So we went to see my brother perform at the Flamingo. You've heard the joke, right? That he says. You may have
I
heard
do-
of my other brother, my more famous brother, Steve.
No,
You know who Piff the Magic Dragon is, right?
barely, because you've mentioned it before.
Okay, well, he's on America's Got Talent. He's been here for over a decade now. I
Okay.
think it's a decade. He's been-
I would assume he's been here
Maybe
longer than a decade, because if he's been on America's Got Talent, then he's only 10 years old. Wow.
No, in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Here.
That's a
He's from
whole
England.
nother thing.
He's from
England. That explains the pit.
Still has his accent.
Okay.
But yeah,
Good day, mate.
his joke is, "Hi, I'm Piff the Magic Dragon. You may have heard of my more famous brother." And everybody goes, "Who?" The Magic Dragon.
Oh, Puff.
Steve.
Puff. Steve,
Yeah.
the buff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he says, Steve. That's a joke. Hey, yes, that's actually one of his emails. Steve at Piff the Magic Dragon. It really is.
Yeah.
You can send an email there. If you didn't like his show, it says, please send an email to Steve at Puff the Magic Dragon, Piff the Magic Dragon, and, .com. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's what we did.
Well, you know, if he's an entertainer, he should have a sense of humor.
And I gambled and lost.
That would
So
make perfect sense.
rolled a number, rolled a 7. Rolled a number, rolled a 7. But that's it. I'm done. That was my 4 rolls on craps. That's it. Number 7 out. Number 7 out. Forget it. We're done.
See, now I've actually done that when we went on a cruise and there was a casino, you know, there's casinos on a lot of the boats. And it wasn't my idea of a good game because it's 100% luck. I mean, there's no skill whatsoever involved in there, unless you're cheating.
Well, the odds are highly against you.
Oh God, yes.
The odds of rolling a 7 are, you know, the most.
Yes. Yeah, because whenever you watch old movies or old war movies and stuff, when they're on the ships or they're, you know, in the barracks, they're always shooting craps.
Yep.
Number one gambling game because you can carry dice in your pocket with no problem.
Yep. Or you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you got the 20-sided dice and 100-sided dice and all that stuff.
Yes. Whole nother story.
Cool.
So Steve.
So what's the picture behind you?
It's where the flamingos are going to go.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that pretty?
In that rear view mirror there?
Yeah.
They're going to be in your
rear view mirror?
there's
rear view mirror there. Yeah, no, I was driving down the road and the storm was coming in on a beautiful sunset. I said, oh, that's cool. I wonder how the picture come out. It's not.
Did you have runs this weekend?
This weekend? Yes.
Were you out late?
Yes, and I know about that, but we ended up.
Did you do your homework?
Couldn't see anything because of the freaking smoke.
What smoke?
Of Canadian wildfires.
Oh, the wildfires are hitting you guys bad?
We were under danger warning again for a couple of days.
So it is blowing down by you.
That's yes, it down. Is. It's pretty far down.
Pretty far down.
Although,
how many miles away is that? That's
the moon looked awesome.
Don't have any pictures of that because you can't take pictures of the moon with your camera.
No, I kid you not. If I didn't have so much other shit going on, I'd actually buy a good camera again because it's one of the things I really miss. Things that I see, they don't come out.
A good camera or just a small, good portable one? Because they sell those nice portable ones.
I have a whole bunch of cameras.
That's like a cigar box. Box. It's like a cigarette pack or a deck of cards.
I have those too, but those don't work either. You need the kind that has. You need the kind that has the right kind of lenses with filters because you need filters to shoot at night.
All right, so Scott did not do his homework.
No,
because he couldn't see it because there was too much smoke from Canada.
So, but I was thinking since I saw the moon, it would still be able to see it, and then I realized, and that's the other thing. Did you know that you can't take a picture, with a phone? Well, yeah, you can't see it sometimes unless you take a picture of it. Because our eyes can't see the certain spectrum that a lot of the times this has. Because I took pictures of it the last time with my phone. You could barely see it with the phone, but you couldn't see it without the camera at all. Oh, crap. I forgot to bring that stuff up. Yep. I got that too. But I went out because you told me to buy those drinks that I talked about.
I got the wrong one.
It's not sugar free or zero.
That's not sugar free.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Crapola.
Wait a minute. Neither is this one. I thought I got the zero sugar ones.
Doesn't look like it.
No shit. Hey Peg, go check the boxes and see if they say zero sugar on them.
Yeah, I do that every once in a while because they look so much alike most of the time.
But I thought I was getting the ones with zero sugar. I thought I deliberately picked those.
The hardest thing is, because usually when I buy them, they're on sale like 4 for $5 or something, the 2-liter bottles. Uh-huh. So I grab it from the aisle, and then instead of looking, I just grab from the same aisle.
Well,
sometimes they're mixed up.
They were all mixed up, and I thought I grabbed the right ones. Oh, that sucks. I just realized that. Oh, that totally sucks. I swear to God, that said zero sugar on the box.
I knew there was something that I forgot when I came up here. I was going to bring up. I bought those drinks that I showed you the picture of last week. What an oinker. What an oinker. Yep, you're an oinker.
All right, it tastes like cream soda.
It's what it's supposed to taste like.
So there's no Dr. Pepper flavoring at all in there.
So, but I bought the Skittles and stuff, even though they're not diet, because I eat Skittles and they're not diet. So I figured I could handle the drink. And then I remembered it's not the sugar because it's still not sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup.
Strawberries and cream.
But I also bought the Snickers and the Twix and the Milky Way chocolate drinks. If it wasn't for the fact that literally to run all the way to the kitchen and back just to grab those would take 2.5 minutes, I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
I should have brought him upstairs.
Strawberries and cream is going to work.
Ooh, is it going to support you? How cool is that? Really? You sure? Okay. I'm certainly glad for you, Steve.
Taking that one to work. Wow.
Ooh, no threats were detected from my malware.
Peggy says we bought the wrong ones. I looked at the boxes. What about the blackberry? Were they zero also, or are they the regular ones also? I bought blackberry also.
That's one of our favorite flavors.
I swear to God, I thought I bought zeros on all of them. Wow. Major screw up on my part.
Yep, it's all your fault, Steve. You ruined the show. You derailed it as usual.
Well, drinking the strawberries and cream, that ruined the show.
The black one's good. You're going to get zero sugar. Yeah, blackberries. Yep.
That one was zero sugar. Okay, so we got that one right.
Yippee skippy. Hi, Pegs.
I grabbed the wrong ones.
Thanks for helping out.
That's so stupid of me.
It's okay.
Well, the strawberry and cream ones suck anyway, so I'm just going to take that to work. They'll drink it.
Yeah.
They'll drink anything. Hey, Mikey works for me.
Ooh. Okay, so what do we got next? We did no Aurora Borealis.
So, what was I going to say? Patrick, again, decided to be a contributor again.
Ooh.
So, do you know the Nintendo Twitch is coming out, right? The release date. Pre-orders already began in April.
Okay.
The Twitch, the Switch too.
The correct answer to that question is 2 letters. I knew nothing about it, Steve.
Do you know what the Nintendo Switch is?
I do.
Okay. Then you know something about it. So
yes.
So that was a lie. So so they're talking about raising the price. So it was announced to come out at $500. $500 for a gaming thing now. That's expensive. Yes. But you ready for this?
They were never
People are
cheap.
up in arms because they're talking about raising the price because of tariffs and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Here's the part. Guess what the games cost for Nintendo? Just guess what they cost, like just regular, like before all this shit. What do you think it costs to buy a game? I know you don't buy games anymore. Yeah, $40, $50, right?
Yeah.
You know what they're going to be now?
90.
Yeah, 80. $79.99. And that's for the digital version. The digital or physical, doesn't matter.
Right.
$79.99. $80.
Well, usually when you get the physical, you have to pay for the shipping.
No.
Whereas digital is free.
Yeah, whatever. You can go buy it at the store, but still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Right.
But yeah, $80 for a game now.
Sure.
$80 for Mario Kart.
Yep.
$80. Donkey Kong Bonanza, $70.
I'm going to start selling.
People are going nuts over this.
I'm going to start selling strands of my hair $100 a pop.
You better hurry up before you don't have any left like me.
Exactly. That's why I'm selling for $100 a pop. Because once they're gone. So it'll be worth more money. So buy them now, folks. $100 a strand.
But yeah, isn't that crazy? The pricing of Nintendo.
Well, yeah, everything's stupid crazy.
Well, what's a PlayStation going for now?
I don't know. I
You're way
shouldn't
past
even
that.
be
You're,
playing the
you're
game. I'm strictly a PC gamer. That's it.
well,
Or
yeah, and you're only a PC gamer of one game,
right.
and you haven't bought a new game. You haven't bought a new computer in I don't know how long.
Yeah. Well, the last computer I bought was beginning of the pandemic, and that was my laptop, one of my laptops.
Yeah, well, gamers, everybody should just buy laptops now, but
I still prefer desktops.
it's because you're old.
They're just not portable. But
Well, if you're just
one of
going
the
to
problems
surf the web, that's all you
well,
need.
yeah,
If you're
but
going to
I
play
do
games, you need the processing.
like the laptop that I'm using for our show right now. I'm running out of hard drive space because of all the music and karaoke I have on it.
Well, you don't have backups to that either, do you?
Well,
You should buy those plug-in backups and make a couple of those and then keep it on there. And that way you
yeah.
just pop it in there. Okay,
Uh,
look. The PlayStation 5 console with Black Ops 6 is only $450.
I love how you say that, Steve.
Well, $500 for the Slim 5, $500.
I panic whenever I'm
PlayStation,
spending that kind of money.
PlayStation. What's the Xbox go for? Well, it doesn't. The game console's nothing compared to the games now. $100 a game, you buy 5 games, and you're there.
That's the thing. It's you buy the console, you need to buy games and keep up on them because those games, especially for younger people, they get bored so fast.
Xbox Series X, the 1 terabyte carbon black, that's $570. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to need to invest in a couple of 5 terabyte externals.
You should,
because I got 2 terabytes on this machine on this laptop right now.
You should get the externals and you just plug them in, and you got backups. That's the best way to do it.
Yes and no. It's the problem is
it's more to carry and more to lose.
Right.
Do you have room for 2 drives in your notebook, though? No, right? Do they make 2 drive notebooks? They should.
They do.
They should have a solid state. They should have a solid state for your operating system, and then everything else you can put on a 10 terabyte.
Right. So right now, I want to say I have 2 1 terabyte hard drives, but I'm not sure.
Let's see if they have it. 2 drive notebook computers. That one's cool. It's not a 2 drive. Is that right? No, that can't be right.
See, technically, I buy gaming computers because they can handle what I need them to do. They're designed for this stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. How do I get to this? I want to get to this website. I want to get to what? This is I've never seen this computer. Oh, damn it.
One of the things I really miss is my friend that builds the robots because he used to be able to build computers that were so far ahead of everybody else for half the cost.
Here's 2 computers that I have never seen before.
Ooh.
And, seriously? Here we go. All right, here's the
So it's your virgin eyes.
Share. Check out that computer. Ever seen that?
Dual
Where's the
screen.
keyboard?
Yeah. Interesting.
It's all touchscreen.
It has its pros and its cons.
No, look, you got to add the keyboard to it. How cool is that, though? Oh, look, you can turn it sideways like a book.
Yep. It is pretty cool.
That is a pretty cool computer.
For $600, that's not bad, but what kind of power does it have,
Right there.
1
CPU
terabyte
Adler
SSD
Lake.
drive. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
15 gigabytes of RAM.
Adler Lake?
16,
An Adler Lake CPU.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
1 terabyte SSD. That's pretty cool. Okay, you think that's cool? Check out this one. Look at that one.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now, this has got a Ryzen. I've heard of a Ryzen processor.
Hmm.
Up to 8 terabytes for the PCE.
Ooh, that's high. Look how thin that thing is. Yeah. Because of things we've talked about for the near future here, I have not been
It's only a 13-inch display.
Keeping up on my technology because I don't want to be spending money on new stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's a 1 terabyte. Battery, all day battery life. Look at the price though. $2,000.
Yep.
I'd rather have the $600 one personally.
Well, my gaming computers are usually $2,400, and then I buy them.
Cool, like a book though.
I buy them when they go on sale for $1,200.
I still think this one's pretty cool though.
It is cool.
That is cool. I like it like a book. Could you imagine her sitting there? You like reading books?
Yes, I have.
Could you imagine sitting there reading a book? That is thin too. Look at that.
I have my Nook. My Nook.
Yeah, it's still cool though.
It is.
But I still can't find a laptop with 2 hard drives.
Yeah, it's hard. My original game laptop that unfortunately died had 2 hard drives in it. It was really nice. It was a gateway.
2 hard drive notebook computers. It sells the Dell Inspiron but I don't necessarily see these as a Dell Latitude. I don't.
This is an MSI gaming laptop. See what that shows up as.
I'm still looking at these.
All right, then
I only see 1 drive. How can you put in a search for 2 drives? I mean, because they're dual screen. 4 gigabyte. That's the memory. Yeah, it's one. I say you just get the external. You're gonna have to get the external. 2 hard drive notebook computer. I don't see a 2 hard drive notebook. Dual screen, and then hard drives. But I don't see a dual drive. Oh, here's a 14-inch dual for only $600. Oh, it's on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could trust eBay. I don't know if it's new. 14-inch. Doesn't say whether it's new or not. Those are cool, though. I didn't know they had those. I mean, I know you could buy the monitors that connect in.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at the MSI
website. You can't find. Well, you know MSI is now Dell, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, Dell bought them, and they're not as good.
Figures.
Oh no, they didn't. They didn't buy MSI. They bought Alien. My bad.
Bad Steve. Bad Steve.
I like the book one. That one's cool.
G4.
All right.
G4 RTX.
So yeah, you should get hard drive. I want this. Buy this for me, Scott.
Yeah.
My birthday's coming up.
Well, that's true. It is.
That's what I just said. My birthday's coming up.
So let's see. According to this, has a Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, 285HX. I don't even know what HX. That's how far behind I've got.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the. Ooh. 24 gigabyte GDDR7. Holy cow.
Yeah, but if you lose it, you lose it. That's the problem.
Right. Look at that. So. Only 270 watts. So cheap. Dedicated SSD cooling pipe for it. It's a gamer's laptop, all right. Damn, is that thing thin? It's called the Mystic.
Just give me gas.
Enough of that. Enough of that. Let's get
All right.
back to the show.
So let's talk about Skynet becoming a reality more and more.
Oh, hi, Jeannie.
So do you remember how much is which one? The one that I liked was like only $700, $600 or whatever, but I don't really want it.
And the one I was looking at was 1900.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not buying that one. I'd love to have it, but I am not buying it.
Yeah. But so Skynet, right?
Skynet,
So what
yes.
was the movie that Wolverine was in, but he wasn't Wolverine. He was the actor, and he was fighting robots.
Real Steel.
Real Steel, right?
Yes.
So that has now become a reality.
Okay.
And this is the beginning of Skynet, and this is going to take us over, and they're going to kill us all.
Boss，
好，看两位一开始什么策略？嚯！哎呀！AI 测算师已经倒地，
5、6、
5秒不到起来。
Six, get up.
这起来的姿势实在是太……
看看钻机小将回应，
哇塞，
最终站住了，获得3分。
对，而且看他那个
AI 测算师直接把钻机小将击倒，又起来了。
6、7、8 box。
这回要打中了硬肋，现在咱还真不能说。
I find it really interesting that they're speaking Chinese, but they're counting in English.
3、4、5、
嚯，这边已经变成
That was funny, I thought.
9。
这不是纯的拳击了。
接下来准备裸体。
That guy's broke. That guy broke himself.
加油
Yeah.
，It
倒地状态
was a different fight now.
又站起来了，
热身起真的是标志性动作。
Isn't that weird?
It's weird.
But that's it. We're done for. We're done for as a human race.
Yeah, well, as long as all they're wearing is boxing gloves, we're all right.
Okay.
Yeah, if they don't have real weapons, if all they got is their boxing gloves, you shoot them with a bazooka, they're done.
I don't even know what happened to that computer. Jeannie's still asking, like, which one did you want? How much was the one I wanted? It's like $600 or whatever, but I don't know if I want that one. I just thought that was cool. It's a dual touchscreen, folds out like a book and stuff like that. So
Yes.
I don't know if I necessarily want it.
Yeah,
It was
she was
cool,
thinking
though.
about your birthday, Steve, because you mentioned it. She goes, "Oh
Yeah, I
crap,
know.
I forgot to get something for his birthday."
That's right. She
You
got
know,
so
every
long,
year
so
I
it's
get him
good.
the same thing. I get him a bag of dog do.
That's not true.
It's not.
No, she didn't give me that.
Oh.
No, she says me stuff.
Yeah. That's okay. She loves you. She's your little sister.
But yeah, that's crazy. So it's the beginning of the end of the human race.
Yeah. It should happen well after I'm gone, though.
So speaking of, was that a segue?
Me? I don't do segues, remember?
That was a great segue.
Yeah, I just don't do them.
Was it a segue?
I
Tell me
can't
the
tell
truth.
you, Steve. I'd have to kill you.
Tell me the truth. Was that a segue or no?
It was not. I don't do segues.
I can't tell if you're lying or not.
So if he wants one, I will get it. Ooh, see? He wants the $1,800 one so he can send it to me.
Oh.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So
All
where
right.
are we at?
So when you're gone, all right. So you heard my jokes. You know that. Now that I've gotten, and I've got like a dad bod. Like, a lot of people call it a dad bod. I like to think of it more as a father figure. And I figured out how to take it. I figured out how to take this with me when I die. I'm gonna get cremated, and that way I have a smoking hot body.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
But this grandma, who just passed away, I'm officially stealing this idea. She had cards made up. Let me get this. She had cards made up, and it's got her picture, and I guess she's flipping everybody off in the picture. I'll show you the picture in a second. But the card says these four simple words. Let's keep in touch. Clever, huh?
Sure.
You like that?
I do.
But look what's included in the card.
Ouija board. Yeah,
That's funny.
it is.
That's funny. I like that. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Let's keep in touch. Ouija board.
It's perfect.
Goodbye.
So
Uh,
long, farewell.
What a great idea.
It is. It is a very, very.
81-year-old Jody Marie Perryman decided she would provide all of her loved ones with one last gift to remember her during her funeral.
Cool.
It's a shame that I'm not going to have a tombstone. I'm getting cremated. I really am going to get cremated, but I was going to record like my life story, and you could play it. It'd be cool, right?
Do you remember
Uh-oh.
the movie
Your microphone just went to one side.
Serial? I haven't touched anything.
Well, maybe you were there the whole time and I just noticed it.
Holy
There you go. You were back.
cannoli.
What happened?
My laptop just fell off the rack. I don't know how it did that.
Well, you were there for a second. Talk.
Am I gone again?
No, you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think it might have went away when you flipped the lid down to look at it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did do that.
So you did move it. So again, I pay attention to what you're doing. I know what you did. You don't even know what you did.
No,
Again.
it's okay.
So I think we should just stop and do a genuine positivity message then.
You think so?
Yeah, because the next thing we're going to do is a quiz.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're going to do good on the quiz.
Because you were like really throwing me off because, it's the perfect time to do it right now, but I expected you to hold off for another 12 minutes.
Who to what?
You always drag it out. Anyway, Steve, who am I?
Something just happened to my computer here.
I didn't do it.
The hell? Why is this not?
Damn, it looks like you got a green screen behind you.
What is going on?
I don't know. Maybe when I dropped my laptop, your laptop felt sympathetic pain, so it doing things too.
I can't do anything in. Oh, I know why. Crap. How do I get out of this? Oh, here.
Well, usually key helps. Anyway, as Steve had mentioned, it is time for our genuine positivity message.
Oh, no.
And I came up with a good one. Do you want to hear it?
Hang on. I've got control of my computer again.
Yeah, I see that because you're moving the screen around like crazy.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's that wonderful time to do our genuine positivity message. And here, all the way from Delavan, Wisconsin, by way of... Where'd you go today?
Transmissions.
Where'd you go today?
Oh, we went to Jefferson today to see
all the way from Jefferson
to see Grandma and Grandpa Sunday.
To make it back in time, here is Funguy the Entertainer.
Thank you very much. A bucket full of dirt can grow a vegetable. A bucket full of mud can make mud pies. Either way you look at it, everyone's getting fed.
Yeah, I'd rather have the vegetable.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, mud pies are awesome.
Yeah, you know the hardest part of the vegetable to eat?
Of the mud pie?
What did I say?
Hardest part of the vegetable. Mud pies are vegetables.
Yeah. No, they're not.
They're full of organic material that makes them vegetable.
Okay, what's the hardest part to eat?
The stem.
The wheelchair.
Oh, that's just bad, Steve. That's very bad. Tasteless.
Completely canceled
tasteless.
for that one.
It's kind of like the mud pie.
You're going to get canceled for that one.
Not very flavorful.
All right. So where did you go to Jefferson to visit Grandma and Grandpa?
Yep. Grandma and Grandpa
How
Sunday.
are they doing? Did you clean up the property for them?
Well, sort of. We took the old cross and flowers off the headstone and put the new one in for the new year.
Do you guys have to trim around the headstone, or is that all done for you?
No, that's all done. It's all done. Yeah, they passed away literally before we got married. I met the grandmother the year before she passed away, and the year after. Okay, actually, it's close. From what I understand, it was like 10 months before her grandfather died before he met the grandmother. And then the grandmother died 10 months after that. It's like really weird.
It is weird.
Yep.
But that happens a lot with married couples.
Yes, they usually go close together.
Especially if they're living together and still working together or
yes.
doing things together. They say that they have a broken heart or being lonely.
Yeah. You know, if it happens when they're younger, like in their 50s or 60s, usually that's where you get your widows and widowers that can have second, spouses.
Yeah, well, you and I should know. We're both orphans.
Yeah, now we are.
We are.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Wouldn't say if it
but
wasn't
don't
true.
call me Annie. Because
Okay,
ain't little.
Go get your gun.
So, crap, that's right. You moved everything, so now I got to move it back so I could actually read it.
Are you ready for the quiz?
Okay, quiz.
2 quizzes in a row. The first quiz is, even though you don't know anything, something is happening this coming Friday. This coming Friday, June 6th, something is happening. And I took it off the board so you can't even read it.
June 6th. Sounds like something that happened a long time ago.
Well, it happens every year on June 6th. There's your hint.
Does it have anything to do with being happy?
Sure.
And does it have anything to do with a day?
Did you open it up somehow?
No, it sounds like Happy Pappy Day.
Because you're reading exactly what it says. Well, just remember you said, does it sound like being happy and does it have to do with a day? And then when I read the first line, you'll go, oh, that's pretty good. No, it's not Happy Pappy Day. The Father's Day is on a Sunday. This is Friday, the 6th.
Friday, yeah. Okay.
And Father's Day is not till the 19th.
Okay.
I believe.
Well, since to the best of my knowledge, I am not a father, although it
15th?
could possibly be.
15th is Father's Day? When is Father's Day?
I haven't changed my calendar yet. It still says it's May. So
you may get that wrong.
So
Sunday, June 15th. So it's on a Sunday. June 15th.
Sunday.
But what is coming up Friday, the 6th? It's something that you should know. It's happy, it makes you happy, and it is a day. And it is a national day. I'll give you another hint. And it's something you know a lot about.
Oh, does it have anything to do with holes?
Yes.
Can you stick them on
sure
your
you're not
finger
reading
and go,
this?
ta-ta? If you
Are
took
you
it
sure
away,
you're
how
reading?
am I reading it?
I don't know, because the first word has happy in it. The second words have day in it. And the last one says hole in it.
Really?
And did you say lucky at all?
No, but I was thinking, since I like it and I know a lot about it, I was thinking
because that's the fourth part of this. So what is it then?
They used to sell donuts at school on Donut Day.
Okay. You are correct, sir. It is National Donut Day.
Happy Donut Day to you. Happy Donut Day to you.
That's wrong.
And just remember, certain parts of the anatomy are not made to hold donuts, even if they do have a hole in them.
They all are. They're all made to hold donuts.
Put
a donut in your pie hole. Okay, you ready? I'm going to read this first sentence to you. Don't worry, be happy. National Donut Day is Friday, June 6th. And if you're trying to eat more whole food, it's definitely your lucky day.
Because donuts are holy.
Crazy?
But they're not all holy.
But isn't that funny?
It is.
That's how I was wondering if you were reading it.
Nope.
So Duck Donuts will give you a free cinnamon sugar donut in the store. Tim Hortons, speaking of Canada on Fire, from May 30th to June 5th, buy a donut in the app or online and get a free one with your next purchase. On June 7th, rewards members can grab a free donut without any purchase at participating locations. Dunkin', get a free classic donut with every beverage purchase. Krispy Kreme, a free donut. Exclude special or limited edition donuts, no purchase necessary. Lamar Donuts, free raised original glazed donut, no purchase necessary. Paris Baguette, join the Paris Baguette reward member and get a free sugar mochi donut. I like mochi donuts. You ever have a mochi donut?
No.
Shipley Donuts, free glazed donut with any purchase. And that's about all they have listed here.
Okay. That pretty much covers all the big guys.
Yeah. But Krispy Kreme, you can just walk in any day and get a free donut. Just say, give me my free donut.
Yep. Actually, I think they have it set up that you only get a free one when the unit's in motion.
Nope.
Because that's what the sign said,
Nope.
free hot fresh donut, and they turned it on when they were glazing them.
Well, that's when they're hot.
Yeah.
Hot now. Hot now. Hey now. Hot now.
Well, for how much they charge for their donuts, they could afford to give free ones away.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like all the jokes about old people. I remember as a kid working at the donut shop, we sold donuts for 10 cents a donut. They are now $1.50. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep, 80 cents a dozen.
Oh, that would be so cool if they tied into that. You know when you go to like Google and you search for like a restaurant or something, and it tells you whether it's open or closed. It's got the like the green light that says open because it and it closes at 10 p.m. Wouldn't it be cool if they could send a signal to them to saying when it's hot now?
Ooh, yeah.
So when their light's on, it actually says it on Google.
That'd be cool.
They're big enough they could do that.
They could.
That would be cool. Okay, Krispy Kreme, get to it.
Yeah, I had a couple of weird thoughts when I was working at the property over the weekend.
Because they could do it at their website. I wonder if they could do it on their website. Where the hell? Let's see what their website says.
Well,
hot light
obviously
hours.
the easiest thing is to do it on social media.
Oh, they have hot light hours. They just have them on the hot light hours.
Ah, okay.
Open daily, 7 a.m. to 9 and 5 to 7. So the hot light, they're just scheduled to do. From
She's
7 a.m.
working
to 9 a.m.
5
is
to
hot.
7 because she's paying off the boss.
Yeah, and then the other one is 5 to 7 p.m. The hot light hours. So we're in a hot light hour right now in Las Vegas.
Yay. Doesn't help me any.
That's weird.
Good.
But yeah, so original dozen for the glazed, $16.49.
Yeah.
The $9.99 original glazed donut with a purchase, use code dozen. They're $16. That doesn't make any sense.
So how once again, how much was the dozen glazed donuts?
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The original dozen glazed donuts are 16. Well, okay, here. I didn't put the webpage together, but it's confusing me. All right. The best value right there, original glazed donuts, $16.49, right?
For how many?
But for a dozen.
A dozen, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, before you go on, Quick Trip,
Math on that?
$5.98 for a dozen glazed donuts.
Okay, yeah, I get that. But check this out. $9.99 original glazed donut with a purchase. Use code dozen, right?
Right.
How can it be $16? Even if you had $16.49, $9.99 and divide it in half, it's not $16 a dozen.
Right.
So if you buy two and one of them's $9.99, you get 50 cents off also? Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's just for the glazed. Then if you want the specialty donuts, remember the Pac-Man donuts we talked about? Look at that.
Yes.
$23 a dozen.
Yep.
Okay. Then build your own. You're at $18.99. And the classic assorted. So if you want them to do it for you, it's still $18.99.
Yes.
And then you can get the 16 for $18.99 of the original glazed donuts. Or you can get the mini assorted for $20 for 16. You get a 6-count of classic assorted donuts for $12.99.
Yeah, I remember
12?
we did that
Okay,
every
wait.
once in a
So
while.
do the math on this, right? That's 13 and 13. That's $26.
Correct.
What's there between a classic and the? Just buy the dozen. That's what they want you to do, right?
Yeah.
And then look at the 3 count for glazed donuts. $6.50. What's $6.50 times 4? That's ridiculous.
$27.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the same thing with the look, what's $9.09 times 4?
Yeah, just I
That's
noticed that
$40
once before too. It's just dumb.
That's $40. That's crazy.
But they're specialty donuts.
I don't give a shit.
You get little Pac-Man donuts.
I mean, look,
See?
if you buy them individually, it's cheaper. Look. If I buy them individually, they're $2.89. Right?
Hard to see. It's very small on my screen.
Okay, it's $2.89.
Yeah.
So if I buy $2.89 3 times, that's cheaper than $9.09.
570. Yeah, $5.78. And then
What?
No, I
$5.78.
No, I did 2, not by 3. I did it by 2.
Well, even 2 is not $5.78.
Yeah. See,
Oh, maybe it
damn
is.
computers and
Yeah.
cell phones.
But still, it $9.09 for 3-pack, or buy them individually cheaper.
Yes.
What the hell are they doing with their pricing?
You got to remember what's happening is you've got somebody who has no idea how to run a cash register or anything else. They just know how to build websites.
But not the point. The point is, why would I pay
How much is that for a single glazed donut?
for a single glazed donut? It's $2.19.
Jeez. And they're small.
$2.19. That's ridiculous. But still, well, okay. So we were looking in the store today because I wanted dessert. And Costco, they got the big pies and everything, right? So they're selling a cheesecake for like $27 for a cheesecake.
Right.
Selling half pies now at Vons, which is Vons and Smith's. Vons is the same as Smith's, which is the same as Kroger. Guess how much for a half pie?
Half a pie, $19.
Okay, that's like stupid.
Did
The cheesecake, I just told you what a cheesecake was.
Oh.
What would half a pie be?
Okay. Well, what kind of pie?
I don't care. Apples, strawberry,
Well,
banana
normally
cream.
in the bakery, not in the freezer section, right?
Yeah, in the bakery.
Okay. In a bakery, like an apple pie usually sells for $9.
Yeah, so what do you think half a pie costs?
So technically it should be $4.50, but I'm going to say $7.
How about $9? Or maybe it was even more than that. I don't know. It was I just looked at it and I went, no way. I am not paying. I think it was $12 or something. It was some ridiculous amount. And I was like, what the is going on with pricing? Like the small individual, like serving size ones didn't look bad for $5. Those were pretty good size. They were bigger. They were cakes and stuff like that. They weren't pies, but I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. The last pie or cake I bought was on sale for $29, and it was just a regular cake.
That's nuts.
2-layer round cake.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
So continuing down the food thing. Did you ever buy Circus Peanuts?
Yeah, a couple times. Those are those round, those orangish looking things that are like tuna foam, right? Yep, that's them.
Yeah. What do you think that flavor was supposed to be?
With the color.
Back to testing and stuff.
And now here's what's really weird, because there's no way
it didn't taste like peanuts.
Right, I know that. I was going to say, it looks like the color makes it look like it should be. Well,
it's an orange hue.
Right.
Right.
I was thinking pumpkin spice.
Yeah, they didn't taste like pumpkin spice. Do you remember what they tasted like? You
They
don't
weren't
remember
that
what the
orange
taste-
when I was a kid. They were a lot
Paler?
dimmer. Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think they were supposed to be? I'll give you a hint. Their list of ingredients is simple: sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, pectin, artificial flavor, and coloring.
Right.
So, what is the flavor? What is the taste? The artificial taste.
Well, I don't know because I'm trying to remember what they taste like. To me, they were just sugary marshmallows.
Banana.
Banana.
Yeah,
Banana.
banana.
Ba 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 banana.
Did you remember that?
I don't remember them tasting like banana.
That's what they're supposed to taste like. I don't know if that's what it tasted like.
Well, they had their own unique taste. So
Weird,
do not
right?
chew on the cord. Do not chew on the cord.
Why not?
Guys, he's got big teeth. They chew on a lot of stuff. You ought to see how they chew on stuff. He's actually a good bunny, but he's getting kind
Yeah.
of old.
Yeah. All right, so
So-
moving off of food,
Yay, because, man, I am so stuffed.
got another quiz for you.
Yay.
So, Dr. Squatch. Why do I like
Okay.
Dr. Squatch so much? Well, this
Uh,
seems like the year of collabs anyways, right?
Okay, isn't that the one that merged with the Dr. Pecker?
Well, they merged with everybody, right? Dr. Squatch does all the collabs. So I'm
Okay.
I'm loving all these collabs everybody's doing, right?
Sure.
Everybody's collaborating with everybody. This is the year of all the different flavors, like, Dr. Pepper with all these different flavors and all this stuff. And,
Right.
right, all this stuff, right? So,
So-
Dr. Squash soap, who they
Okay.
just had the murder soap and all that stuff.
Yes.
Right. Okay. It's supposed to be. I don't even. They don't even make. How do I even say this?
Usually with your vocal cords.
You know how soaps usually got it's poured into a mold and it has a shape.
Unless it's
Dr.
liquid soap.
Squatch
Yeah.
is like a square tube that they just cut. They don't. They're square blocks. They're
Okay.
not even. They're not even like. I'm trying to see if they have a picture of it here. Yeah.
So
here we go.
maybe they're the leftover trainee martial arts people soap?
Okay, so this is what they look like here. Let me see if I can get. See the square block?
Sure.
It's like, see it? They're just square blocks. They pour it into a mold and they're square blocks.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Weird, right?
And apparently they float.
Well, it's soap.
Not all soap floats.
What soap sinks that you have?
Well, I use liquid soap. I haven't used hard soap probably 35 freaking years.
Try squirting this liquid soap on the water and tell me if it floats or not.
Mm.
Bet
It
you
usually
floats.
just it evaporates right or
I'll
not
bet you
evaporates. It meshes
evaporates.
right into the
You
water.
have soap that evaporates.
I corrected myself before you got that far, Steve.
No, that's where I stopped.
Yeah.
So usually the soap does what?
It blends in with the
Before
water
you use
almost immediately.
So you're putting your liquid soap in the water and then washing your hands? You don't put the liquid soap on your hands?
You put it on there, you touch the water, and it just goes, thins it out because it's a concentrated soap.
Okay, so you wash your hands, you squirt the soap into your hand, and then you
Yep.
hold it under running water and you let it run off.
Well, first, I get my hands wet.
Okay, you get your hands wet.
Then I put the soap in there. And as soon
You
as
put
the
the
soap
soap in
hits
there.
my hands wet, you can see it spreading out on your hands, which is what you want. So you don't just have a little pile in your hand. It goes all over your palm real quick. And then you put it on your body. Yay. Well, I'm thinking about the shower.
You want to bet that doesn't work like that? When you put the water on your hands and you squirt the soap in there, it doesn't spread all around your hands?
It does. That's how I do it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
You have
stay
to-
there looking like
You
a booger.
You have to rub your hands together and rub the soap
Oh.
on your body.
I don't know what kind of soap you've been buying, Steve.
I don't know what kind of soap you've been buying.
My soap likes me. It wants to be all
blob?
over my body. It doesn't want to just stay in a little thing and then run away.
Are you buying the blob soap? You have a unique way of using soap.
I know what you're doing. You put the soap in your hand and you put it by your armpit and it just falls off onto the floor. I don't want to go there.
You don't wash your armpits, do you? That's why you smell. Okay, so back to this. They are doing a collab. So first off, we need to figure out if you know who this person is.
No.
Sidney Sweeney.
I was correct.
Do you know who she is?
Oh, it's a girl. That's even better.
You know who she is?
No. Why would I?
She's an American actress.
Okay. I might recognize her if I see her, but I would not know her name.
Okay, let's see if you recognize her.
No, I do not. So if she's in anything I've seen, I'm going to have to say she's had special makeup.
Handmaid's Tale?
Never saw it.
Oh. Let's see what movie she's been in here. Euphoria, Anyone But You, Immaculate, The Voyeurs, Madam Web, White Lotus, Handmaid's Tale, Eden, The Housemaid.
I think I've seen Madam Web, but I'm not positive.
Everything Sucks, Reality, Sharp Objects. No?
So obviously she's not afraid to get nude because some of those movies are kind of naughty.
Well, she's kind of a new. What was the comment she said? Say it live. She said, "Yeah, Mom, I'm not afraid to show my boobs to get a job."
Yeah.
So, all right.
Kind of like my favorite song right now.
So back to Sidney Sweeney and Dr. Squatch.
Okay.
They're doing a collab.
Okay. Well.
And what do you think the collab will be? What soap will make you think of Sidney Sweeney? And no, they didn't change the shape of the soap. So what is the collab? It's a new and extremely limited edition.
Well, she says she's not afraid to show off her boobs, but said you're not changing the shape. It wouldn't be a boob shape.
Enter for a chance to win the only brick made with this. So it's very limited edition. So that means they're going to just make a few of these.
Okay.
I know it's not the Dirt Destroyer. I know it's not the Con Crush. Dirt Destroyer is the last one we talked about. The Grind Reaper and the Dirt Destroyer.
How about Under Boob Sweat?
There you go.
Really? Really?
Well, how do you harvest under boob sweat? How do you harvest under boob sweat?
Damn good question. Bathwater bliss.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I heard something about this. Is this the one where she's selling her bathwater?
No, that was a YouTuber that sold her bathwater.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, not YouTube. I think it was OnlyFriends, right?
Well, but
right. Yeah.
YouTuber.
Right. Social media person. Right.
Why
yeah, because I heard about that.
So it's a giveaway. It's not even selling it. You have to enter to get it.
Okay.
Enter for a chance to win the only brick made of Sidney Sweeney's very own bathwater. So your under boob sweat, you were right.
Yay.
Isn't that crazy? There's a weird collab for you, huh?
Sure. The weirdest part is there's people that are going to really want it.
Oh, I'm sure that the entries are crazy.
Yes.
All right.
Personally, I'd rather have my soap be clean.
I'm going to list the first names of this family, and you are going to have to tell me their last name.
Okay.
This is a whole quiz. It's a whole quiz show for you. No.
Oh.
Way to start at A's. Okay. The first name, Jane.
Goodall.
No. You want another name? Or do you want to guess another last name?
The Jetsons.
That's it. How'd you know that so fast?
Well, there's only a couple things I know that from TV that with Jane.
Well, what about Tarzan and Jane?
That would have been one of the other ones if you had said that.
Well, welcome to the Jetsons.
What are they doing?
Again,
It's a drone?
I do not understand why
are
they're
watching
building
drone?
these like these. And these look so scary to me. They're building them with no guards. Do you know how drones chop people's fingers off?
Sure.
Imagine what this could do to somebody. And this is dual blades. You notice that. It's a blade on top and on bottom. So there are
Right.
8 blades there.
Yeah.
Personal electrical vehicle right there, baby. We aim to make the skies available for everyone with our safe personal. I don't think that's safe. If that's a person one and you're going to be flying that thing, you're going to be flying it and running into people. That's just not.
Right.
I mean, look, that guy could just walk right over there or could fly right over there and just chop him up. That's crazy.
Come on, Goobs, you're going to hurt yourself.
It takes off and hovers without pilot control.
So autopilot hover.
Yeah, well,
and then,
you know, you
then
can auto
you
take
control
off.
from there, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to have some kind of. Isn't that cool looking?
Yeah.
But again, why don't they put hoops around there at least? I mean, I know they don't do it on helicopters, but this is a little different than a helicopter. What if the guy decides to get out and he forgets to shut the propellers off?
Well, just remember Vic Morrow.
Or the kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that thing. Yeah, get your arms inside there.
Yeah.
Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
Exactly.
That's crazy. It is pretty cool, though.
It is. That's something that I would actually try to fly.
Well, you don't have to try to fly. It's super easy to fly.
That's not what I mean. You know my problem with heights. I don't
You
have
don't
any
have to be that
problem.
high. Look
I
how
don't
high
have-
he is.
I go
You don't
6 feet
find
up
out
a
a
ladder
step-
and I'm starting to get nervous, Steve. That's higher than 6 feet. But yet I have no
Let's see.
problem in an airplane. I have
8
very little
exposed.
problem.
Right there. See, look at the race car inspired safety cell and body. It protects the pilot from the 8 exposed motors and rope.
That
But what
is
about
correct.
the people that it could fly into?
Yes. But then again, you could fly into somebody on a 10-speed bicycle and kill them.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy. This thing will go for 20 minutes and go 63 miles an hour.
20
Crazy.
minutes isn't very long.
No, but see, look how close those guys are flying. They could crash each other.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if they have the price on it yet.
Ooh, they're free.
No.
More details.
Order one.
Order one. Yay. For 2026.
8,000 today. Yeah. There you go. Full price,
128 grand.
including tax and other fees. What other fees are going to end up coming up? Delivery in 2027. The entire 2026 and 2025 production is sold out. They've already sold out that much already.
Yep. All it takes is money.
It's crazy.
Money, 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 money.
Oh, it shows you all the reserve slots. Chassis. They're up to chassis number 496. That's all they're building in 2 years. That doesn't seem like a lot for how
No.
small it is.
Right.
That's for 2027 delivery. What the hell? That's crazy shit.
It is.
That's not a lot at all.
You want to hear
Look at
something
chassis.
else really
Look at
crazy?
chassis one. Chassis one is reserved for clients San Francisco, California. That's the 2025 production. So chassis one all the way to chassis Where is it? Scottsdale, Dubai, Las Vegas. Maybe bought one to 200. They're only doing 200. So they're saying it takes about a day, 2 days to build, day and a half to build it. And then 200 for 2026 should be to 400. Yep, that's where they're at. No, they're building more in 2026. They're going all the way to 450, 449, and 450 starts in 2027. That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Which is
what were
part
you
of
gonna
why
say?
the price is what it's at.
What were you going to say?
Well, you never mentioned anything, but I tried something different with my hair. You know, I've had the brown and then, of course, the mixed with gray hair for the longest time now. And Susie's been using this orange.
So you went blonde?
I went orange. It's hard to tell because it looks just pretty much brown here, but it's really red. I mean, stupid
Clown
bright red.
orange?
Almost, but it's more of a golden shimmery
Why would
orange.
you do that?
I just felt like it. And I found out that it was a very dangerous thing for me to do.
Okay.
Every time I go to the grocery store on senior day, all these old ladies keep coming up to me. You got such beautiful red hair. I remember when I was younger and I'm like that. I mean, they just come right up to me and start talking to me because of their hair. Seriously.
That's awesome.
I went to Woodman's to check
That's
for their
awesome.
cheese, and Susie will verify it because she saw them do it. They come up and says, I remember when one of the girls in school had the red hair and the teacher said, "Oh, it's a devil child."
Girls, well, appropriate for you, girl and a devil child.
That's right. So I said, "You're right. We're devils." And she says, "That's what I like about that right here. You are so cute." And I'm like, "Holy shit! I am now popular with the 70+ crowd."
Nice. They're good to get in with, man. They may put you in their will.
There you go.
Just go be nice to them.
So I'm always nice to people.
Take them over cookies. No, I mean
Cookies?
be nice to them. Like take them stuff.
Cookies. So, anyway, it made me feel really, really happy.
That's hilarious, dude.
It is.
That's funny. Yeah, I just thought that you dyed it blonde or bleached it out or something.
No, it's just hard to see because the lighting here is wrong. Because look,
Because you don't have that much like
I'm
me.
pasting again. It's weird, right?
You don't have that much like me again.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
so-
this time I did try something, and you just ignored it because I told you I just don't do them.
So we are past time, so I'm going to save the next ones for our next show.
Right. Which
I don't
is
think
why
we have anything else that is
time sensitive.
time sensitive. We got the time sensitive one out of the way.
Yeah.
The donut day,
Donut.
right?
Yeah.
But we are way past time.
Yep.
It was a long show today, and you didn't say nothing.
Well, that's because I was waiting for you to catch my segue that was actually halfway decent.
Okay, what was your? You did a good segue today about when you're gone.
Yeah.
But what was a segue?
I said I was really, really happy and giddy from all those attention. And the word of the week is rambunctious, which is marked by an uncontrollable exuberance or unruly. And I'm always exuberant.
So do you mean that you're wild, lively, and uncontrollable?
That's me. Woohoo!
Are you
Look
playful
out,
and
ladies.
high,
Here I come.
Are you playful and high-spirited?
I sure am.
Or are you just difficult to manage or control? Because that is also a definition, according to dictionary.com.
But I'm
Difficult
not really
to manage
a
or
diva.
control.
Yeah, that would be a diva technique. I'm not a diva.
What?
Difficult and hard to control. That sounds like a diva.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am
Queen
not a
Bee.
diva.
Whatever you say, Queen Bee.
I know I'm
Or-
good.
or-
That's all that matters.
Or should
I
I,
don't
say
need-
Mariah Carey?
I don't need to rub it into people's faces.
All right. Well,
Thanks,
thank you for
Steve.
watching. Oh,
You're
hey,
welcome. Thank you
step
for
over-
talking about us.
Step over my closing.
You have a
Should I do
closing?
it again?
Yeah, what's your opening?
Should I do it again?
Sure, why not?
Thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
Please subscribe, like, watch our other channels. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and subscribe it. It's free. Right?
I think it's right
No?
there. I think it's right
Yeah?
there. It's
Okay.
right there.
Right there. It's moving.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know where it is now. All right. We'll live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Yay. Goodbye.
Crazy, but you still amaze me.